Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly.
The worlds of music, cinema, television, and literature have all been won over by the remarkable talent Carrie Underwood. She holds the record for most female country artist singles recognized by the RIAA. In addition, 7 of her albums have achieved multi-platinum status, and she has a total of 72 million RIAA certifications under her belt. But what exactly makes her recent achievements so noteworthy? And how has Carrie Underwood maintained her status as a multi-genre, multimedia sensation throughout the years? Is the news about Carrie Underwood even on the table? If you want to know everything, you have to keep watching. Country music sensation. Carrie Underwood is returning victorious to American Idol, the program that catapulted her to stardom. For the 2025 season of the popular show, Underwood will replace Katy Perry as a judge at the age of 41. On Thursday, the program and ABC announced the announcement in a joint social media post. Good Morning America also shared the news. Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie will return for another season as judges, and Underwood will be joining them. Katy Perry's announcement of her resignation from the program earlier in February allowed for Underwood's entrance, since she had been a judge for 7 seasons. Despite her background as a participant, Underwood's involvement with American Idol dates back to 2005, when she won the competition and won the hearts of millions during the show's 4th season. As she reflected on her tenure on the program, Underwood made the following statement in the announcement video. "I went from nobody knowing my name to tens of millions of people watching the show. I'm proud of everything I was able to accomplish on the show, and I'm so proud of everything I've accomplished since." Underwood will be taking up her new duty shortly, as auditions for the upcoming American Idol season are scheduled to start on August 12th. Fans of both Underwood and the program are curious about her potential influence on the judges, wondering how she plans to utilize her background in music to motivate the next generation of contestants. How did she succeed professionally, and what can we take away from her story? Carol and Steve Underwood welcomed their daughter Carrie Marie into the world in Muskogee, Oklahoma on March 10, 1983. She was brought up on the family farm in the small town of Chakotah, Arkansas, alongside her 2 elder sisters, Shauna and Stephanie. Carrie came from a family of educators. Her mom taught elementary school and dad worked at a paper mill. Underwood came from modest means, in part because of her parents' careers. Carrie has been singing at her church, First Free Will Baptist Church, and other local events since she was a little girl, including the Robbins Memorial Talent Show. Therefore, her voice quickly became a staple at community events, such as Chakotah's Old Settlers Day and the Lions Club before she became a teenager. A Nashville fan saw Underwood perform when she was 14 years old and helped her get an audition with Capitol Records. A contract was in the works for her in 1997, but it was shelved when the label's administration changed. In retrospect, Underwood considered the failure a gift in disguise, saying, "I honestly think it's a lot better that nothing came out of it now because I wouldn't have been ready then. Everything has a way of working out." At Chakotah High School, Underwood was an honor society member and a cheerleader and athlete who played on both the basketball and softball teams. She also put a lot of effort into her schoolwork. She was named salutatorian of her class in 2001. Underwood stated, "I had reached a point in my life where I had to be practical and prepare for my future in the real world." This led her to first lay aside her musical aspirations after high school, despite her early enthusiasm for singing. In 2006, Underwood earned a bachelor's degree in mass communication, with a concentration in journalism, from Northeastern State University in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. She had odd jobs while in college, such as helping out at a veterinary clinic, working at a zoo, and as a pizza server. Her background goes beyond only music. She was a page for Bobby Frame, an Oklahoma State representative. While attending college, Underwood became a member of the Sigma 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 sorority and was a featured performer in Tahlequah's downtown country concert for 2 summers. During this period, she also found success in beauty pageants, where she placed second in 2004 and contended for the title of Miss NSU. A turning point in Carrie Underwood's life came in 2004, when, as a senior in college, she decided to try out for the fourth season of American Idol, a Fox reality singing competition, situated in the city of St. Louis, Missouri. Despite Underwood's fears, she mustered the confidence to fly to St. Louis for her audition. Her parents' words of support helped her overcome her fears, and she eventually went. She made it to the live performance episodes of the program after passing the audition. With her country songs, Underwood became a fan favorite very fast in the competition. She got the judges' attention with her cover of Bonnie Raitt's "I Can't Make You Love Me." During the Top 12 Girls Night, she performed Tiffany's "Could Have Been," and Judge Simon Cowell boldly predicted that she would be one of the contestants to win. The performance by the top 11 finalists on March 22, 2005, was Underwood's big break. The fact that she gave a stirring performance of "Alone," Hart's smash single from the 80s, solidified Cowell's faith in her abilities. Not only did he think Underwood would win, but he also said she would sell more albums than any other Idol winner. Behind the scenes, one of the producers of the show verified that Underwood won every week by a wide majority in the vote. When Underwood was chosen as the winner on May 24, 2005, instead of finalist Bo Bice, Cowell's gut feeling was right. As the winner of American Idol's fourth season on May 25, 2005, Underwood's story reached its climax. A Ford Mustang convertible, a recording contract worth at least $1 million, and a year's use of a private plane were among her wins, in addition to the title. How, though, did this triumph catapult her into the limelight, launching her into the extraordinary career in country music that she is known for today? After her first song, "Inside Your Heaven," was released on June 14, 2005, Carrie Underwood's music career took off. With this song's debut at the top of the Billboard Hot 100, she became just the third artist to do so since the rules of the charts were altered in 1998. She also broke new ground when her country music debut song peaked at #1 on the Hot 100. "Inside Your Heaven" was the first country song to top the charts since "Amazed" by Lone Star in 2000. Out of the 2,000 country artists whose singles have reached #1 on the Hot 100, no other country song has done so. In addition to topping the Canadian singles chart for 7 weeks in a row, it also topped the Billboard Pop 100. With sales of almost 1 million copies, the record achieved double platinum status in Canada and gold certification from the RIAA. On November 15, 2005, Underwood released her debut album, "Some Hearts." It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart and #2 on the Billboard 200, with 315,000 copies sold in its first week. Ever since the SoundScan period started in 1991, this debut by a country musician was the largest. For both 2006 and 2007, "Some Hearts" topped the country album charts in the United States, becoming the best-selling album of all time. Underwood became the first female artist in Billboard history to receive consecutive awards for Top Country Album as a result of these accomplishments. As far as country music debut albums go, it's still the gold standard, and no American Idol alum has sold more copies than this one. It is the highest album certification of any new country artist since 2000, having been certified 9 times platinum by the RIAA. Many songs from the album were successful, the first of which was "Jesus, Take the Wheel," which peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs list for 6 weeks running and eventually sold over 2 million copies. "Before He Cheats," her third song, was an enormous success, topping the country charts and peaking at #8 on the Billboard Hot 100. It became the first country song to be certified multi-platinum, and it broke records for the slowest ascent to the Hot 100's top 10. It is currently one of the best-selling country digital singles of all time, with over 4 million copies sold and certified 5 times platinum. With the release of "Wasted," Underwood's continuing success continued. The song went platinum and topped the Hot Country Songs list. She became the first country artist to ever have two ringtones from her singles Jesus Take the Wheel and Before He Cheats go platinum, a testament to her popularity in the digital realm. With Carrie Underwood Live 2006, Underwood made her North American headlining tour debut in 2006. Carrie Underwood became the youngest member of the Grand Ole Opry when country music icon Garth Brooks admitted her on May 10, 2008, when she was 26 years old. When Kelsey Ballerini was inducted at the age of 25 in 2019, with Underwood as the officiant, this record held. With the release of Carnival Ride in September 2008, Underwood also received her third straight Female Vocalist of the Year award from the Country Music Association. George Strait won Album of the Year despite her nomination. Underwood also started a long-running tradition that country music fans have come to expect, co-hosting the CMA Awards with Brad Paisley. In February 2009, Underwood secured her fourth Grammy Award in 3 years with the victory for Best Female Country Vocal Performance for her song Last Name. In November 2009, she was nominated for 2 more CMA Awards, one for Musical Event of the Year and the other for Female Vocalist of the Year. Play On, Underwood's third studio album, was released a few weeks before the CMA Awards. It produced 3 #1 hits: Cowboy Casanova, Temporary Home, and Undo It. Following the success of Play On, Underwood's fourth studio album, Blown Away, was released in May 2012. Blown Away, Good Girl, and 2 Black Cadillacs were among the album's popular hits, contributing to its over 1.4 million album sales by 2013. The replacement of Faith Hill, another country singer, with Carrie Underwood as the voice of Sunday Night Football was announced in May 2013. Waiting All Day for Sunday Night is the upbeat theme tune that opens each week's NFL telecast on NBC. Inspired by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts' popular song I Hate Myself for Loving You, this 2006 Pink performance reimagines the song with lyrics that amplify the thrill of a football game. With the 2016 release of Oh Sunday Night and the 2018 release of Game On, Underwood added her own unique spin on the topic. Oh Sunday Night did well with viewers, but Game On did not, and NBC went back to the original format for subsequent seasons because of the negative feedback. Shows like South Park, Saturday Night Live, and 30 Rock have all made references to or parodies of the classic song, extending its fame beyond the NFL. Underwood sang the song alongside rock icon Joan Jett in 2019 in honor of the NFL's centennial. What other notable accomplishments does Underwood have in the music industry? She emphasized her delight by reflecting on her involvement, saying, "I grew up watching football. To kind of have a small part in this amazing game, Sunday Night Football is an honor, and it is fun." Carrie Underwood said in August 2013 that she was working on a new album and would start recording in 2014, when she finished performing in Live from the Sound of Music. Considering a stripped-down, vocal-driven strategy for her upcoming tour, she enthusiastically shared her enthusiasm to delve into the new endeavor. At the same period, Underwood recorded her 13th #1 hit, Something Bad, a collaboration with Miranda Lambert that peaked at #1 on the Hot Country Songs list. At the 2014 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, Underwood paid tribute to Linda Ronstadt. Critics and fellow musicians like Stevie Nicks praised her performance. In the same year, she was the featured performer at some of the most prestigious events, including the Global Citizen Festival and the Concert for Valor, where she sang Something in the Water with the U.S. Air Force singing sergeants. Bono personally invited Underwood to sing at U2's Red concert in December in honor of World AIDS Day, and she sang a highly acclaimed rendition of Change during the event. Both the Academy of Country Music's Gene Weed Special Achievement Award and Billboard's Milestone Award acknowledged Underwood's accomplishments in 2014. Time magazine also included her on their list of the 100 most influential people in the world that year, and the American Music Awards awarded her favorite female country artist. She was also voted 2014's top female Christian artist by Billboard. Greatest Hits Decade Number 1, Underwood's debut Greatest Hits album, came out in December 2014. The album's main hit, Something in the Water, topped the Hot Christian Songs and Hot Country Songs charts and became a huge crossover success. With its record-setting airplay and Billboard Hot 100 debut at number 24, it further cemented Underwood's record as the female country singer with the most #1 hits in the Nielsen SoundScan era. As the second song from the album, Little Toy Guns, reached number 6 on the Hot Country Songs chart, the collection had its best debut in sales for a greatest hits album in almost 6 years. Thanks to her $10 million in earnings from 2013-2014 and $8 million from 2014-2015, Underwood topped Forbes' list of the highest-earning American Idol alumni. Furthermore, Underwood's induction into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame was announced in May 2017. Not even 2 days after her CMA Awards performance, on November 10, 2017, Carrie Underwood was involved in a terrifying accident outside her house. Her fall left her with a fractured wrist, in addition to wounds and scrapes. After her publicist downplayed the severity of her injuries, Underwood took to Twitter on November 12 to reassure her fans, thank them for their support, and commend her husband, Mike Fisher, for looking after her. Even though it would be a while, she promised everyone that she would get well. But in a statement to her fan club just before the new year, Underwood disclosed that her injuries were far worse than first reported. "I just fell. It was a freak accident," Underwood stated. "If I'd fallen anywhere else, it wouldn't have been an issue. I was taking my dogs out, and it could have happened to anyone." She continued by explaining how a single slip caused the accident. "However, I failed to see this one tiny step because I was too busy trying to catch myself." The immediate shock that Underwood felt following the incident was also recounted by her. "At first, I thought I'd just busted my lip," she explained to Stormy Warren on SiriusXM's The Highway. She went to assess the damage after removing her coat and leashes and thought, "Oh no!" It wasn't pretty, and she chipped a tooth, but luckily it was just skin that needed stitches. The cuts and abrasions on her face required 40 to 50 stitches, and she explained that she might appear different when she was ready to return to the public eye. She kept her optimism and determination high, ready to share 2018's trip with her admirers. Former Below Deck actress Adrienne Gang accidentally shared a selfie of herself with Underwood at the gym in December 2017, which led to the first public photograph of Underwood following the tragedy. However, Underwood did not reveal a photo of herself in a recording studio until April of 2018, a self-selected release, signaling her intention to return to music. The shot was black and white and shared on her own terms. On the other hand, Underwood finally returned to the ACM Awards stage on April 15, 2018, after a long absence. Standing ovations were in order when she sang her new heartfelt single Cry Pretty, which captivated the crowd with her strong voice. Despite her injuries, Underwood collected the Vocal Event of the Year award with Keith Urban for their duet on The Fighter. She was extremely emotional and exhibited no signs of trauma. The acting career of Carrie Underwood. The actress Carrie Underwood has made a name for herself in the film and television industries after venturing into performing. She first appeared on screen in March 2010 in the role of Tiffany, a medical saleswoman who falls in love with Ted on the popular comedy How I Met Your Mother. With 10.48 million viewers, this episode ranked second for the 5th season of the show. The critical reception to Underwood's performance was positive. IGN's Brian Zaromsky gave the episode an 8/5 rating, noting his amazement at how well Underwood performed in her acting debut. Underwood had already provided her voice for Sesame Street's Carrie Underworm that year. Underworm performs a song about worm pride prior to a race. She was able to connect with a younger demographic in this lighthearted part, playing the role of Sarah Hill, a nurturing church youth leader who helps Bethany Hamilton deal with the difficulties that follow her shark attack. Underwood makes her film debut in April 2011's Soul Surfer. She also demonstrated her flexibility via her interpretation, which brought dimension to the uplifting subject. Playing Maria Von Trapp in NBC's live broadcast of The Sound of Music Live was one of her most daring assignments, back in December of 2013. Notable producers Craig Zadan and Neil Marin worked closely with NBC on the event. As the president of the Rodgers and Hammerstein organization, Ted Chapin, put it, "To have a star like Carrie Underwood perform Maria in The Sound of Music, and in such a very special and unique production, is exciting beyond words." The iconic musical gained a new lease of life thanks to Underwood's innovative take on the role and the songs. As an actress, Underwood has also dabbled with writing. Day Street Books published her first novel, Find Your Path, on March 3, 2020. The book shot to the top of the how-to and miscellaneous list upon its launch, becoming a New York Times bestseller in no time. It includes some of Underwood's favorite recipes, as well as insights on her lifestyle that might help readers achieve their own wellness objectives. Marriage and motherhood in Carrie Underwood's life. Meeting professional hockey player Mike Fisher in the backstage meet-and-greet area of one of Carrie Underwood's performances in late 2008 was the first step on the path to marriage and motherhood for Underwood. Their romance developed rapidly, and by December 2009 they were engaged. Underwood was presented with a breathtaking engagement ring featuring a yellow diamond and valued at $150,000 by Fisher on December 20th in a romantic setting in Ottawa. The pair tied the knot in a lavish ceremony in Greensboro, Georgia's Ritz-Carlton Lodge on July 10, 2010. In a lovely location, they were joined by more than 250 people as they celebrated their love and the beginning of their life together. On February 27, 2015, they welcomed their first son, expanding their family. 2 years down the road, on January 21, 2019, they became a family of 4 with the arrival of their second son. But there were obstacles along the way to parenting. Underwood suffered through 2 devastating pregnancies and 3 devastating miscarriages in the time between their births. In an open interview with CBS News in 2018, Underwood discussed the inspiration behind her song, Cry Pretty. She spoke about the challenge of keeping a brave front when faced with adversity, saying, "I would have these horrible things going on in my life, and then have to go smile and do some interviews or do a photo shoot or something." This profound honesty struck a chord with many, showcasing the emotional depth that Underwood brings to her music and personal experiences. Additionally, Underwood and Fisher invested heavily in real estate throughout their personal lives. They acquired a magnificent estate situated on 11 acres in the prosperous Spruce Ridge neighborhood close to Ottawa in 2010. At long last, they put the estate on the market, asking $22.2 million. They bought a cute cottage outside of Nashville a few years later, and now the whole family gets together there on weekends. For her show Oprah's Next Chapter, Oprah even paid a visit to this property, where she interviewed Underwood and Fisher about their new life together in the cottage. On the other hand, what additional obstacles has Underwood faced during her life? Following Carrie Underwood's husband Mike Fisher's transfer to the Nashville Predators on February 11, 2011, the Ottawa radio station KISS FM announced a ban on Underwood's songs, which caused controversy. The station insisted it was all in good fun, and that they never played Underwood's country music anyhow. Her devoted followers, however, wasted no time in responding angrily on Facebook and threatening to stop tuning into the show altogether. The station eventually issued an apology after realizing their error and making it clear that they wanted to wish Fisher well in his new position. Fisher lamented the unfavorable publicity the matter brought them both and came out against the station's comments, stating that Carrie had no part in his transaction. Beyond the realm of music, Underwood's impact was seen when she was named #85 on the Hockey News 2012 list of the 100 most powerful and influential people in ice hockey. Carrie Underwood is a devout vegetarian who made the decision to live a plant-based diet when she was 13 years old. She is also an evangelical Christian. Her choice was driven by an overwhelming sense of sympathy for animals. The idea of consuming one of her beloved pets was intolerable. She was named the world's most beautiful vegetarian by PETA in 2005 and again in 2007, co-starring with Coldplay's Chris Martin, who was also a vegetarian at the time, in appreciation of her activism for animal rights. Underwood passionately shared her lifelong love for animals in a 2007 interview with PETA, saying, "Ever since I was little, I loved animals. If you told me I could never sing again, I'd say that was horrible. But it's not my life. If you told me I could never be around animals again, I would just die." Her deep connection with animals has remained constant throughout her life. She broke the news of the tragic death of Ace, the dog she had adopted in 2007, in April 2022. After meeting Charlie backstage in Charlotte, North Carolina on her tour 10 months ago, she was overjoyed to present him to her fans. When it comes to animal rights, Underwood is also very outspoken. She spoke out against the Ag-Gag bill in Tennessee in April 2013, which would have made it illegal to film animal abuse and not report the incident right away. She vented her frustration on Twitter, writing, "Shame on TN lawmakers for passing the Ag-Gag bill. If Governor Bill Haslam signs this, he needs to expect me at his front door. Who's with me?" Meanwhile, State Rep Andy Holt chimed in, suggesting that Underwood should put her singing career first. Underwood remained unfazed and pleaded with Governor Haslam, saying, "Please don't sign the Ag-Gag law. I'm just a tax-paying citizen worried about the safety of my family." Before adding, "I should stick to singing? Wow, sorry. Consider the customers and the animals' needs simultaneously." Underwood has shown her unwavering devotion to her religion and support for animal welfare by her words and deeds. In August 2020, Underwood extended her influence in the entertainment industry even further with the launch of her own Apple radio show called XO Radio. The following month, on September 25, 2020, she released her first Christmas album, My Gift. This album caused a stir, debuting as her record-setting 8th consecutive #1 album on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart. It also topped the Top Christian Albums and Top Holiday Albums charts and peaked at #8 on the Billboard 200. Subsequently, it reached #5 on the Billboard 200, solidifying its success. My Gift was the best-selling new Christmas album of 2020 and featured performances by Underwood and other artists from the album. A special edition of the album was released in September 2021 with 3 extra tracks, one of which was Favorite Time of Year. Underwood also starred in and executive produced a holiday special on HBO Max on December 3, 2020, with songs from the album. I hosted a virtual concert on Easter Sunday from the Ryman Auditorium, raising over $100,000 for the charity Save the Children. Underwood's new gospel cover album, My Savior, was released on March 26, 2021. It debuted at #1 on both the Top Country Albums and Top Christian Albums charts, and at #4 on the Billboard 200. This was her 9th consecutive #1. After the release of Underwood's duet with Spanish singer David Bisbal titled Tears of Gold in December 2020, the two artists first performed the song together at the Latin American Music Awards in April 2021. Underwood was nominated for Favorite Video of the Year for this collaboration. At the 56th Academy of Country Music Awards, she performed Hallelujah with John Legend and received nominations for the song, which won at the 2021 CMT Music Awards. Underwood continued to receive accolades in 2021, with 4 nominations at the Billboard Music Awards, where she won for Top Christian Album for My Gift, and a collaboration with Need to Breathe on I Wanna Remember, which premiered at the CMT Music Awards in June. In December 2021, she launched her Reflection residency at Resorts World Las Vegas in response to the unprecedented demand for additional shows. In 2021, Underwood worked with Dan Shea on a Dear Evan Hansen soundtrack cover of Only Us, and with Jason Aldean on a duet of If I Didn't Love You, which was the #1 country airplay single and received a lot of attention during their performance at the 55th Annual Country Music Association Awards. November saw the release of Stretchy Pants, a humorous holiday single that benefited the nonprofit organization The Store, which offers free shopping to low-income families. Underwood headlined CMA Country Christmas, performed live at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and was a part of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Her accomplishments garnered her 2 Grammy nominations at the 64th Annual Grammy Awards, where she took home the trophy for Best Gospel Album with My Savior. As a result of her collaboration with Aldean, Underwood was named Single of the Year at the ACM Awards in March 2022, further establishing her status in the industry. In June 2023, she debuted Carrie's Country on Sirius XM satellite radio, which featured music from her friends and influences as well as workout and faith-based music channels. You can show your appreciation by subscribing to our channel and leaving a comment below if you liked the video. If you're looking for more videos like this, you can find another one right here on your screen.